What's going on? My name's Austin Zaback, and in this video, if you're watching, okay, we're gonna be talking about kind of my journey from 0 to 10,000 YouTube subscribers, and just kind of like my opinion, okay, what I think it takes to get to 10,000 subscribers, why that is even relevant. I just want to be real and raw and authentic with you, and kind of share with you just like overall the struggles, right? The setbacks. I just feel like there's so many YouTubers out there that like just aren't sharing like the real, raw, authentic truth. And I want to share that with you, right? I want to share with you what it's taken me. I want to share with you even why I think it's taken me way longer than it takes some people, right? And just ultimately kind of what you can expect, okay, if you want to grow on YouTube. And just so you can understand, like, not everybody just blows up on YouTube, right? I know that a lot of you watching right now probably, you look at like the big massive YouTubers, or maybe like you've been studying other YouTubers and you're literally beating your head up against a wall trying to figure out maybe why your YouTube channel hasn't taken off, or why maybe you haven't gotten monetized, or maybe you want to get monetized on YouTube, or whatever the case is. Just want to kind of break all that down for you. So my journey is that probably over 2 years ago, I got started on YouTube. Maybe like 2.5 or 3 years ago, I got started on YouTube. And I never really posted that good of content. Like, looking back at it, in my opinion, I feel like my content, like a lot of my old content, is honestly like cringeworthy. Like, I don't look at it and say like, oh wow, like that was like amazing content by any means, okay? As a matter of fact, quite the opposite, okay? I look at it and I'm like why in the world did I ever post that, okay? So to be very clear, I actually deleted like 50 or 60 videos on my channel probably like 8 to 10 months ago, because I was just like, I do not even want these videos on my channel anymore. The thumbnails are bad, the titles are bad, the video's bad, the audio's bad. Like pretty much everything was like, in my opinion, like I did not like the videos, okay? So I deleted a bunch of videos, and at one time I even thought that like deleting like bad videos with like a low view duration and a low click-through rate would like maybe help me, because then overall on my channel, my click-through rate would actually go up and my view duration would go up and the averages would go up, and maybe that would be the answer to finally hitting a viral video. And the reality of it is, I still, in my opinion, haven't hit a viral video, okay? And the more and more that time goes along, the more and more that I'm okay with that, and the more and more that like everything is starting to make more sense to me. So really quick, a little bit more of a backstory. This is actually a studio podcast room that me and one of my business partners set up. And I actually was like literally not more than like 10 or 15 minutes before recording this video in my office, beating my head up against the wall of like, why can't I hit a viral video? I have one video right now that's at like 50,000 views or whatever, and it's super consistent, and hopefully it keeps going. But it dawned on me that I was doing what it is that I feel like a lot of other people do, which is like comparing, right? Comparing to other YouTubers, comparing to other people in my niche, comparing to people in multiple different niches, like trying to figure out like, am I in the right niche? Am I in the wrong niche? Like, should I talk about something else? Like almost even like self-doubt. And I just want to be very clear with you. I feel, and just so you know, in the real world, like outside of social media, outside of everything, I run a couple of actual successful companies, okay? I'm very comfortable being on camera. I'm very comfortable in front of people. I'm very comfortable with people, right? But for whatever reason, I haven't been able to figure out YouTube. Now, at the time of making this video, I'm actually fairly confident that I'm starting to like figure it out and get a grasp on what it takes to actually like go viral, quote unquote, okay? And I'm not talking about like Logan Paul, David Dobrik, like all these like big massive influencers. I'm just talking about like, getting 100,000 views, right? Getting to 100,000 subscribers. And ultimately what I think it boils down to is like the like getting rid of essentially the need to be perfect. I think for me, I don't know, like for the last couple of years, for whatever reason, every video has been like a chore for me. It has been like, I just like research for hours on end, and then, I research some more, and I want to get like an outline, or I want a script, or I want to know like what is gonna happen in my day that will be interesting for you to watch, right? I've always got to like, do more research, and I've got to learn more and grow more and evolve more, and like it isn't quite perfect, and like the thumbnail's got to be perfect, and the title and the tags and the description, and I've got to like make sure that I use the right hashtags in the descriptions so that it SEOs properly, right, with Google. And I've spent so much time doing research on YouTube that the thing that I've forgotten is like, wait a minute, there's 50,000 or 100,000 people that are bigger than me on YouTube in the education channel type. And ultimately, I've seen so many people over and over and over again that in all honesty, like I don't know for sure, but in all honesty, it doesn't look like it looks like they were passionate, right? Like they were passionate about the topic. They understood the topic they were talking about. They were providing value. They weren't trying to get everything perfect. And so I think the reality of it is, I think obviously like having a high click-through rate is important. Obviously having your view duration on point is important. Like having good thumbnails are important. Tagging your video properly, getting a good description in the video, right? All of these different things are like very important, right? Having longer videos so you can place more ads in your videos. And there's so many different metrics and things to consider when making a YouTube video, but ultimately, I think more importantly than any of that is like the realness, the rawness, the authenticity of the video. And it's just so interesting because here I am, and obviously I have no idea if this video will ever go viral or take off, and I don't even know that I know what that even means at this point. Like what is considered a viral video? To some of you watching right now, maybe you consider my best viewed video at the time of making this at 50,000 views to be a viral video. And it's kind of interesting because there might have been a time where I thought that if I ever got to a point where like I could just get 50,000 views on a video, like it would be game over. And ultimately after achieving that, I'm no happier. Like my life doesn't look any different. I'm still just like this normal average guy, doing real estate, right? And doing the ATM business and like doing YouTube, okay? And doing Instagram. And I'm ultimately just doing it to the best of my ability. There's no such thing as perfection. And so I guess kind of just to wrap everything all up, I just wanted you to kind of understand that if this video ever does get a lot of views, at the time of making this video, I was totally uncertain. I was uncertain, I just was like beating my head up against the wall of, it has got to be perfect and perfect and perfect. And I just decided, like, I'm not even kidding you, okay? I was in my office like literally 10 minutes ago, my office is right behind that wall. And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go film a video. And I know this looks like some big fancy set, but it's actually not. And the reason why it's not is it is, but we use this for like something totally different. I don't ever film YouTube videos on this channel in this set. So the fact, like the camera was already on this tripod right in front of me right now, which is where you're watching the video at. And these mics were like already here. I just threw on this quick microphone and decided just to talk to you and be real and authentic with you. And so while it might look like some big set, understand that for me it isn't, because I never film videos in here. And to me, I would have overthought it and I would have been like, well, if I film a video in my podcast room, people are gonna like, I would have just had all these like self-limiting beliefs in the past of like why, I shouldn't do that. And I just think that for you, in 2020, just remember that like nobody's perfect, right? And even the people that have 1 million subscribers or 2 million or 5 million or 10 million, what occurred to me is that I know a lot of those people. And as much as I always thought they were perfect, the reality of it is they're not any more perfect than you or I. And it doesn't make you any less. It doesn't make you not as good as them. Just understand that everybody has self-doubt. Everybody wonders if they're good enough. Everybody goes through those moments, especially on YouTube and on social media, when building a personal brand of, like I need better content, I need a better outline, I need a better script, I need a better thumbnail, better title, better whatever. But the reality of it is you're always going to feel that way. And if there's anything I've learned over the last 3 years is that my inability to just do it, my inability to just be okay with the imperfection and to be okay with being vulnerable and being real and authentic and transparent and not always trying to get it perfect has been the reason that honestly I'm probably not further along. And that is okay with me, okay? Fortunate for me, I have other businesses. There's other things that I do outside of YouTube, but YouTube is always something that I've wanted to get really good at. I really enjoy being in front of the camera. I enjoy providing value, and I think there's a lot of value that I have in my brain that, in all honesty, I think sometimes I've thought in the past, like, it's not good enough, or like the value needs to be better. And the reality of it is the value is really good, and I feel very good about like just sharing my authentic value that I have with you. And I think there's a lot of people that will want to see the value. So I know that this video so far has been like a rant, and I've just been talking, and it's been a lot of just like almost like maybe like negativity, but I want you to realize that it's actually like all positivity. I'm finally realizing that on YouTube, it is just about doing it and taking the action and failing forward and realizing that, hey, there's somebody out there that needs to hear your message. There's somebody out there that wants to see your videos, whether it be a how-to video or an entrepreneur video or a online marketing video or a real estate video or whatever the video or the niche is. There's people out there, right? Maybe you're a girl and it's a makeup video or whatever it is, you know, regardless of the quality, regardless of the equipment that you have, regardless of anything, you know, just turn on the camera, pull out your iPhone and film the frickin' video. Stop overthinking it, and stop like looking at people that have like quote unquote what you think you want, because you ultimately don't know what you want until you get there. Ultimately, the entire thing is just a journey. There is no destination. I've learned this over the years in the real world, but for whatever reason, it took me a long time to apply that to social media, to YouTube, right? To making videos, to making content, and feeling okay with the quality and with the value and where I'm at and just the entire thing, okay? So I apologize if this was a rant that maybe like you just hated, but you know what? I don't care, okay? I feel as if there's value in this video, and I hope that I inspired you. I hope that me being vulnerable, real, authentic with you is inspiring, and I hope that you can take something from this video and in 2020, you know, go and actually start a YouTube channel, you know, start an Instagram, and be consistent and not care what other people think. So I hope you enjoyed it enough to smash the like button, to smash the subscribe button. Just really quick, some of the things that I do are like real estate and the ATM business. I'm also fairly good at social media. I think just the fact that I've overthought YouTube for a long time has prevented me from growing. But there's a lot of value that I have in terms of like online marketing, real estate, the ATM business, overall mindset and entrepreneurship. And that is what I have here on my channel. So if I earned your subscriber, you clicking the subscribe button, then I would appreciate it if you did that, okay? And in another version or in another video or in the past, I probably would have just cut that entire thing out, but I'm gonna leave it in this video for you to watch so that you can realize that anything is possible. And I hope to see you in future videos of mine. Let me know what you'd like to see more of, and I would love to make it.